Hey, angels on the front lines for Jesus Christ, Yahushua HaMashiach. Today is still September 13th, 2022. While I can, I might as well upload another dream that I had just yesterday, September 12th, 2022. This time I wrote it down, so I'm going to read what I wrote, and I'm still praying on the meaning of it. All right. Just a little rundown. I loved Nirvana back in the day. Kurt Cobain would have been around my age. I've told you all a little bit about the weird things with Dave Grohl, coincidences with Dave Grohl and just Dave Grohl as he is now, because we know he's sold out. But Nirvana was a big deal in my life. When Kurt Cobain died, y'all, this is what a diehard fan I was. I took off work. Back then I wasn't blacklisted because I was still asleep and I was still part of the world. And, this was what, 20 years ago, I guess? Yeah, at least 20 years ago he died. I think he died. He's part of the 27 club. 27, 37, 40. Probably 25 years ago, maybe. And I took off work because I was so upset, and I didn't miss work. I was that upset. I cried all day. Then I made these old-timey necklaces that are made out of wooden beads, and I put I Heart Kurt on, a little rope chain, and I gave them to two of my friends. Back then I actually had friends, but the Lord has showed me, years later that they were part of it too. Just like on the Truman Show, his best friend and his wife are part of it. We all know that, even our own family. But anyway, back then I thought these were my friends, even though they would do things, make snide comments and make fun of me and mock me and copy me and all these kind of things. But still, when you're really young, you're hoping, I don't know what I was hoping. I was hoping that, maybe they were just having a bad day or something. I would always give people the benefit of the doubt. But the gist is that I love Nirvana. But I have never had a dream with Kurt Cobain in it. I believe that this is another significant prophetic dream. I don't know what it means yet, but it's something. So the dream, I woke up yesterday, so on the 12th of September, 9/12/2022 at, let's see, what time was it? Let me see if I wrote down the time I woke up. I think I did. 2:32. All right. So there's a bunch of twos in this. 9, 12, 2, 2, 2, and 2:32. Okay. So and also, yes, I believe he was murdered. I believe that all the people around, I believe he was targeted, and I believe all the people around him were in on it. Were in on his targeting and they killed him as a sacrifice, but also because of he was anointed by the Most High God. That's my belief. Okay, so I dreamt I was in Kurt Cobain's apartment. I knew it was his apartment, and I was made aware that he was in the bedroom. I'm in the living room. It was dark in there, and there were wooden walls. All the walls were wood. Myself and a man, I believe, I know who he is. I know he is part of on the Most High God's team. Okay, I know he's one of the elect. I know he's also targeted, but I don't want to put his name out there because I don't want him to get harassed any more than he already is. But I don't personally know this guy. I just know who he is. Okay. Just for a rundown, whenever I have prophetic dreams or dreams at all, when I see people, if they're of the enemy's camp, I know who they are. I can see their face. I know who they are. And sometimes I won't know who they are when I dream of them, but I'm made aware they're witches or Satanists or something. And within the next day, maybe within a week, I run into these people that I never knew before and recognize them from my dream and know that they're of the enemy and Father had warned me. However, on another note, When I see people that are on the Most High God's team, the regulators, as I like to call us, the Father gave me that name back in 2016 when I lived aboard my tiny little sailboat named Amazing Grace. That's how I survived, was on that little boat that the military are, well, they're not ours, the military working for Satan, sunk and stole and sunk, whatever you want to say. Anyway, but I got a lot of downloads when I was on that boat, and I believe that it's significant that I was living on the water. Water's been a very significant theme in my life, and I know some of y'all resonate with it too. Some of us may be from Atlantis, which I believe is real. Father's showing me the Greek mythology is real. We were lied to once again. And even when I was a kid, I was really into reading books on Greek mythology. Nobody else I knew liked it. My mom used to, comment that it was weird selections for my book choices. Just whatever. But it's like in my heart, I knew that this was real. So interesting that I just had yet another dream of Pegasus the other night. I just shared that. That's on my last video. So now I'll stick with this. I'm sorry I just get off track, Jack. I don't have anybody to talk to, y'all. I talk to the Most High God, okay? All day. Me and him are best friends. And he's my father, but you know what I mean. Sometimes it just helps to get things out. And then as I talk about them, I get new downloads, new revelations. So let's start again. I was in Kurt Cobain's apartment. It was dark. No, I'm not talking about outside. The inside of the apartment was dark, like there was no lights on. There were wooden walls all around it. Oh, and that's what I was going to say. When I see people that are on the Most High God's team, see how I get off track, Jack? Clickety clap. I'm never allowed to see their face. I see their body. I know if they're a man or a woman, if they're small, tall, big, short. Okay, I know their body type, but I'm never allowed to see their face. Instead of their face, I see a bright, white, shining light, and it glows like a crown all around where their head would be. And sometimes if I know the person or know of them, like I've seen them online or something, I will get a knowing in my spirit that that's who that person is. But 9 times out of 10, I don't know who they are. This particular person, I'm pretty sure I know who he is. And he's one of us, an end-time saint, targeted, persecuted for righteousness' sake. All right. So it was dark and there were wooden walls in Kurt Cobain's house. Myself and a man I believe, I told you, is one of us, one of the end-time saints, were in the living room. Very significant living room because we are still living. Kurt was in the bedroom. I didn't look up the meaning of bedroom yet. I haven't looked up the meaning of any of these things yet, but I immediately knew living room is because we're still alive. Kurt's in the bedroom, meaning he is, his body has passed, but his spirit is alive. So we're in the living room, and I heard Kurt Cobain's voice, and I was made aware it was him. I then started singing one of his songs in the living room, which was Smells Like Teen Spirit. Let me see, because maybe at the end of this, I hadn't planned to do this, but I'll read y'all the words because it's significant too. All right? Just to let you know, when I woke up, I did not know the name of the song. Why don't you just tell me the name of the song? I had to type in the words that I was singing, and that's the song that came up. And I was blown away because some of the words I couldn't understand back in the day. I didn't listen to it real hard. I just liked his voice and the music and all that. The tune. But I was blown away when I found out what the words are. So I start singing the song, Smells Like Teen Spirit, to the guy that was next to me. And let's see. Then after I sang the song, I started to walk into the bedroom where I could hear Kurt talking. as I started to ask him a question about the meaning, I think it was the meaning of a song. I didn't write the meaning of what when I woke up. I just wrote the meaning. I was standing in the hallway about to enter his bedroom, but I never entered his bedroom. I then realized he was on the phone, so I didn't want to interrupt, and thus I never saw his face. I then apologized for interrupting him and went back into the living room where one of the end time saints was sitting on a sofa. The sofa was emerald green velvet material. Then a golden plaque. It's like a plaque looking thing. It was round at the top and then square on the sides and bottom. Not square, a rectangle with round at the top. Maybe like a tablet. I don't know what it was. I just called it a plaque when I wrote it down. It was a golden plaque appeared. And what came to mind was like you would hang on a wall after winning, because we already won, y'all, in Jesus Christ. Winning at sports or a contest or completing college or something like that. We completed our testing, maybe. And I started reading it. I can't remember what was all on it, but I think it had a golden pyramid at the top of it. There were words and captions. Like if this was the pyramid, there was words and little captions in squares burnt into it, darting out of the sides of this pyramid. What it reminded me of when I woke up was how back in the day, we had the food pyramid, bogus lie, in our satanic schools that we learned. That's what it reminded me of. And I was made aware that it was very old and ancient. And the words were burnt into it. And then I jumped away. All right, so I've had a lot of stuff going on, y'all. I'm homeless and just a lot of stuff's going on, so I really haven't had time to pray a lot on the meaning of this. Father's been showing me other things, but let me look this up real quick and see if I can. Here it is. I can't believe it popped up. So, Smells Like Teen Spirit is what I was singing. This was not one of my favorite songs. I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite, and I did not know all the words. I knew the main words. Hello, hello, hello again. Hello again. And I keep being shown halo, how low, and then that also has something significant for me, which is private. Some of y'all might know what it is. I knew that part. I knew some of the words, but I didn't know all of them. So I'll go ahead and I'm not going to hurt your ears, so I won't be singing it. But here's what I was singing to this other end time saint in the dream while he sat on the sofa in Kurt Cobain's house. Load up on guns, bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend. She's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Then it goes, hello, hello, hello again. Okay. Oh boy. The whole thing just, there it goes. With the lights out, and remember, that's even significant. The lights, there was no lights on in Kurt's house. It seemed really dark. And the wood was dark wood too. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now. Entertain us. A mulatto, an albino, a mosquito, my libido. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to sing one part of it. Then the next part. I'm worse at what I do best, and for this gift, I feel blessed. Our little group has always been and always will unto the end. Do y'all know how prophetic that is right there? We're the small group. Father showed me several years ago that we are actually written of in the Bible. If you're one of the 144, fear not, little flock, for it is my Father's pleasure to give you the kingdom. We are the little flock. And he sings, and for this gift, I feel blessed. Our little group has always been and always will until the end. Then he says again, with the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us. Get it? Lights out. Lights are about to be out. And then the light will shine from within of those of us that have the Holy Spirit. We are the light. We are the lamp. Make sure your oil is full. Then the last part. And I forgot just why I taste. Oh yeah, I guess it makes me smile. I found it hard. It's hard to find. Oh well, never mind. And the last part I sang of that song in the dream was never mind. And when he says this, I never really studied these words. I'm looking at them right now. This is only the second time I looked it up after I wanted to know what song it was. And this is the second time I've ever read the lyrics. What this comes to mind is, I forget just why I taste. Oh yeah, I guess it makes me smile, is because when we were up there in heaven with Father and Jesus Christ, we didn't need to eat. This food is toxic. It's poison. And I find it interesting that that's in there. Like, why do I even care to eat? Oh, I guess it tastes good. But y'all know something? Over the last month, used to I'd crave different kinds of food. Nothing's really exciting anymore. And that was like the last tide of the world that I feel I had. Is like the one thing that I would want. Oh man, it would be really awesome to have this, some sort of special dinner. And when I finally got it, it didn't taste good. I'm like, what is this stuff? Well, we know they're poisoning everything, but could this also be because we've lost our taste for the world? No, I don't have the my Sharona. I still taste things. They just don't taste good anymore. Nothing is exciting on this earth to me. Like when I was in my 20s and even 30s, oh, I can't wait to go get new clothes and stuff. And now I'm like, who cares? As long as I have clean clothes to wear. There's the sirens. That every time I get sirens when I'm talking, that shows that this is really the Most High God coming through, the Holy Spirit, that he wants us to know these things, to pay attention to these things. And then the end of the song, I forgot to read, the very end is, with the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Contagious. Y'all know, I don't even have to say. Here we are now. Entertain us. A mulatto, an albino, a mosquito, my libido. Mosquito, like they're going to use that as part of the new scamdemic. But the end is a denial. A denial. How many times does he say it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 times he says a denial. Deny self. Deny self. Live for Jesus Christ. Give up your own life to follow the Lamb. Deny yourself. Have nothing to do with this world, and we will make it home.